G'day everyone, Matt and Tam here, Travellers Off Grid. We are currently camped out on the Common in Birdsville, and we've actually got 8 days into our 10-week trip through Central Australia. So we're really looking forward to getting into warmer weather.
Warmer weather, it's nice, like beautiful weather today, blue skies, bit of a breeze, but
not bad.
I think it's going to be 25 today.
Should be beautiful.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like I said, we're 8 days in, so we did forget to do a start to this video. So we've, given that we're already 8 days in, we thought, well, no better time to do it than we're sitting here at Birdsville. We have been filming over the last 8 days, so we'll go back and we'll show you what's been happening over the last 8 days, and then we'll come back and tell you what we're doing right here in Birdsville.
Yay!
A couple of days into our trip and we arrive at the Charleville Bush Caravan Park, which is located a couple of k's out of town on the Diamantina Developmental Road. So we pulled into the caravan park and no one at the office, not answering the phone. And that's what the driveway looks like. All lined up, ready to go in, nowhere to go. We tried to ring, left messages and everything, so yeah, hopefully they ring back soon. We are booked in, so we'll have to see. So the Charleville Bush Caravan Park, I have to say that when you do first drive in, it kind of doesn't look much. The office there, very run down, and yeah, despite our bumpy start yesterday when we came in, the office was locked and there was actually no one here. It's quite deceiving when you get inside the park. It's actually very well laid out and nice, kind of shady sites, but there's enough sun that you can still get solar, etc. So if you were off grid, and the unpowered sites down the back still have plenty of sunshine, so that's a good thing. So there's 36 powered sites, and all those powered sites are really big drive-through sites. So it makes it really easy, so you can just pull in and unhitch if you want to, or if you're moving on, you can leave it hitched up. So that's a good thing. There's 25 unpowered sites, which are right down the back. They're really well laid out. The owner, Matt, who apparently he's still running 2 jobs, and he's running this place on his own as well as doing another job. But he's about to give up the other job and take over this place full time. $45 a night for a powered site, and I think it was $35 for unpowered. Supposedly a sunset viewing area. I'm not sure what it looks like. I haven't been out there yet, but we might go out and have a look at the sunset viewing area. I guess high on the hill is the sunset viewing area. Now, I think I need to get rid of some trees. Quite a bit of old machinery around too. I have no idea what this is. It looks like a big, I don't know, tumbler or something of that nature. A bit strange, all made of timber, fairly old. Anyone actually knows what it is? Pop it in the comments below. It's a big communal fire area. They had a big fire going here last night, and it was nice just sitting around, keeping warm and chatting to everyone else. So the place was packed. That is the Charleville Bush Caravan Park, out on the road to Quilpie, just out of Charleville. So we've come out to the weather station here at Charleville, and every morning at 9:15 the weather balloon gets released. So we thought, let's get out and get down here and see the weather balloon. So you can see in the background there, the big thing, or the big kind of container, looks like a Tupperware container at the back there, is basically automatically inflates the weather balloon, and then it opens up and releases it. So every morning at 9:15 it releases. There's a whole heap of sites around Australia that do that, and so we thought, bugger it, we'll come out to see it released. So apparently the balloons are they're environmentally friendly, biodegradable or something, and yeah, they basically get to a point where they just disintegrate in the air once they've done what they need to do. And there's only apparently one little component of it that isn't, but because of the importance of getting the weather right for for flights and the aviation industry as well as the Bureau, they deem that to be okay. So apparently it's just a small component that hangs under the balloon. And away she blows. There it is. It's in pretty colour, blue. Can't even see that in the camera. There it goes. So apparently the weather balloon, as it goes up, stays in the air for about 3 hours, and when it launches out of the launcher, it's about 5 feet in diameter. But then as it goes up, because of the atmosphere and the hydrogen that's in it, is that it actually expands as it gets higher and higher, and it can expand anything out to between 6 to 10 metres in diameter. So when you think of it, that's a pretty big balloon. And then eventually, when it gets up there, I guess it reaches its maximum size, then the balloon pops and the little thing underneath comes down, apparently a little parachute. So yeah, I guess if your little thing hanging underneath you don't want to hit the ground hard, so you may as well parachute back to Earth. All right, so we come down to the World War II secret army base, apparently, which is just near the airport. So we'll wander in and have a bit of a look. During World War II, the town of Charleville was home to nearly 3,500 American servicemen from different military units. Apparently the whole township was sworn to secrecy about the military base being there. For years, the full details and the importance of this base remained a secret to many, even some of those who called Charleville home. There's so much information here. Some of the displays even give you an idea of what it was like to try to drop bombs from a plane. Each area is so informative about nearly every aspect of how the American military personnel lived and how they interacted and worked with the Australian Defence Forces. Well, that was the secret World War II base. Actually quite good.
A lot of information.
A lot of information. You could spend probably a lot longer wandering around reading.
And listening to all the tutorials that they had.
Quite informative. Like we only did the museum tour, but you can do, or the museum walk, but you can do a full tour as well, which is a bit of a guide. I think it's self-drive, but you actually have a guide. And it was $36, I think it was, for the museum and the guide, which the tour was at 3 o'clock, I think, wasn't it? So we just chose to do the museum, thought that was enough. We're just going to go and have a look at the Cosmos Centre during the day, and then we'll come back tonight for the night session. The Cosmos Centre has a very small display about all things space. You can also book a daytime viewing of the sun through a telescope. the ET on the bike. Well, I have to say that the Cosmos Centre was a little underwhelming during the day, so hopefully it's a lot better tonight when we go back and do the sky gazing or whatever we're doing. So, but yeah, not a lot to see. A little bit of information, but not a lot to see here.
They could make it so much better.
It could be so much better.
Well, I can even do one better. I'll check if it's still there. It's the largest meteorite to hit Earth after the dinosaurs died. Pretty significant. It feels like plastic.
This is night time at the Cosmos Centre. The nighttime session was so much better. However, this shot of the moon, taken on the phone through the telescope, was the highlight of the session. It's worth booking one of these sessions if you're in the area.
What a great day. Heading out of Charleville. Today's temperature I think is going to be like 25. So, he's got the shorts and t-shirts on. I've got the shorts on. I just haven't taken my jumper off a bit. Yes, and it is quite warm in the car. But yeah, today we're heading. Where are we going today, dear?
I headed to kind of a donation camp near. We're going to go through Quilpie, and it's a donation camp called Pink Killer Jump Up Camp. So when you go in, it's down near a big dam. Apparently, you go up a driveway near a big dam, and you basically donate to the Royal Flying Doctor Service to stay there, which is quite good. So, sounds good. Looks good on photos on Wikicamps, but yeah, I guess we'll see what it's like when we get there. Yeah. About 270 clicks to get there, but it's good.
So we've just stopped out of Quilpie for a damsel in distress. Her tyre has come away from the wheel. So the boys are doing the right thing and helping the young lady out. Oh, I probably can't see. What are you doing?
No brace, no wheel brace, no windy dover.
No windy dover. So no jack.
Got a jack, but no, it doesn't.
Oh, it doesn't have a windy thing on it. Helping this young lady anyway, so which is a good thing because you'd hate to be stuck out here and no one stop. So we've done the right thing and stopped. Boys can't work out the jack.
Yay!
Yay! Finally.
Right, you two.
You're having a ball.
I thought the galahs only sat in the trees. Loosened the nut.
Yeah. Then you are on your own.
That's a tow truck job. And there she goes. She's all fixed up. She'll spend the night in Quilpie and hopefully get her wheel fixed. Driving into our next camp for the night.
I don't know if I should leave or stay, if I am already on my way.
Here's your QR code to scan. So we're assuming that there's service so that you can actually... There's enough?
Maybe.
Come down from the top and there's lots of camping down here.
I do my best trying to make sense. Maybe you're my past and future tense. When I'm lost on the open sea, you're the wave that will carry me.
We're moving on today, so we are probably headed for Batuda today, and we're sort of going to suss it out whether we can camp there or not. Betoota Hotel's got a 2-day festival on, a music festival, or muster, I should say. So there's, I think it was $200 a head for that. So we probably, we'll try to find a camp around Batuda somewhere, and then go the rest of the way to Birdsville tomorrow, and then camp on the common before we move into the bash site for the John Williamson concert. It is so green out here, it is unbelievable. If you just got dropped off in the middle of the bush here, you would find it hard to believe you're in outback Queensland, I tell you. We're standing in the Cooper Creek. Hard to believe that probably just a couple of months ago, 2 months ago, that I'd probably be close to, I reckon, 4 to 5 metres underwater. So, but now there's people camped, and the old crossing, and the water's flowing. We've got pelicans, and I'm assuming that they would be herrings, some kind of waterbird. Bridge up there. You can see the water mark up in the trees up there. Even down there you can see the difference in the colour of the trees. A bit of a find just on the bank up here. A bit of a memorial cut into the tree. We crossed the Cooper Creek Bridge and continued on through the greenery to Batuda.
And they're moving across to the road.
Like a birdnado. Black kites are certainly flourishing in their numbers up here and love to circle together in the thermals.
Must be a good updraft.
That is the Mount Henderson hole through the hill, apparently. Interesting mountainscape. Well, we'd finally reached the first section of the Birdsville Developmental Road, so it was time to drop some air from the tyres.
Dust out there, finally hit the dirt.
Before long, we were at the turn-off to the Betoota Hotel. We were still unsure if we were going to be able to camp there due to the muster. The Betoota Hotel. Well, the last time we were here, it was just a wreck and ruin and had a steel cage around it. And good to see that it's still operating. And we're here for the Batuda. Well, we're not here, but the Batuda muster is on as well, which is happening over there. So it's all in full steam ahead. There are hundreds of people here all camped out over, I'll show you where we're camped. We're camped out over the back there. Last night of the muster apparently. So anyhow, we'll have a bit of a look around. The inside of the pub is still pretty rustic, but that's what makes this place pretty special. But it has all the things that make a good pub. Cold drinks, food, good hospitality. They even have a large dining area out the back. The pub's open most days, and they even offer free camping around the pub, which makes it easy to walk home after a few bevies. Ooh, that's it. We joined the ranks and stuck our sticker on the bar. And Tam signed it for good measure. If you're ever in Batuda and you see our sticker, take a pic and send it to us. The Betoota Hotel, the pub with no town but a whole lot of character. So we're at the Batuda Serpent, Sculptures of the Dreamtime. So this is just out of Batuda towards Birdsville, and yeah, this artwork, it was first originated from the idea of having a public art created to connect the 3 towns in the Shire, and the Gibbers, Sandhills and Duststorm were a great way to do the connections. So they created the Dreamtime Serpent on the hill. So quite an impressive bit of artwork. Yeah, just between Birdsville and Batuda. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of wind today, so all the dust is hanging around, sitting really low on the track, so it's making a bit slow going. Not to mention a couple of hundred people that are all heading towards Birdsville, or 1,000 people that are heading towards Birdsville on the same road. As you can see, van after van, and the dust is just sitting there.
I was just saying to Matt that, like, it's crazy to think of how much water out here is still laying around in between the sand dunes. It's crazy, but so green and so pretty, with, you know, rolling red mountains or hills and sand dunes. It's just unbelievable. It's a spectacular to see. The Birdsville racecourse
It's actually green.
It is as green can be. Band playing at pub tonight.
We're all fueled up here at Birdsville, and we've got ice creams. That's a good thing.
There's your hot water coming straight out of the ground.
Yeah.
And then they pump it up into those tanks up there to cool it down so that the town's got cold water.
We've just come out to visit another Burke and Wills tree in Birdsville this time. So there's the one at the big tree, which is in Inaminka. Apparently this one in Birdsville doesn't say much about the tree itself, but it obviously marks part of their course. I'm not sure. Well, let's have a look at it and find out why is this significant to Burke and Wills. Now, whether it's that, might be that cutout there, maybe. Tree, doesn't appear to be anything else on the tree. So that's Burke and Wills tree in Birdsville. just can't come to Birdsville without stopping in for a drink at the iconic pub and a couple of hundred of your best mates. We even stayed for a meal and we're pretty lucky we were close to the kitchen, because the line started growing quickly. Well, the Birdsville pub was absolutely rocking tonight, and still is. So we've had an awesome meal. So I had the beef cheeks and Tam had the bangers and mash. So yeah, but quite a good night at the pub, and it continues on. They've had about 3 or 4 bands that are playing over the course of the night, and an unbelievable operation to be able to pull off so many meals. The joint is absolutely packed. So anyhow, we're done and dusted, had a few drinks, and heading back to camp. And look at that bloody sunset, absolutely sensational over the airport. So we'll head back to camp. Yeah, that's where we're going to leave this episode, and you'll have to wait until next week where we actually head into the bash and the John Williamson concert, and I must also say Amy Ryan, which is a 16-year-old country singer. So that'll be good too. The concert on top of Big Red, not down below. It'll actually be awesome, and limited to 1,000 people. But you'll have to catch that on our next episode. So we'll see you then.